Everyone, let us discuss this result. Let us try to understand the statement of this result first, and after that we will prove it. Okay, what we have, U be any open subset of Rn. We have a curve gamma in U. So gamma has a parameterization alpha which is defined on closed interval AB. F is any scalar field which is defined on U. So this is the basic information we have. After that they say there is some point C between A and B. So because of this point C, that AB is divided in two parts. So the subinterval is AC and after that CB. So if you restrict alpha on AC, so the corresponding parameterization they are calling it as alpha 1. You can see here. And alpha if you define on CB, so that means if you restrict alpha on this subinterval CB, then they are calling it as alpha 2. So that means that alpha parameterization is divided again in two parameterizations, alpha 1 and alpha 2. So point C is there between A and B. So definitely we will find some its image in set U. It will be on this line. Okay. So because of this point, so image of C is this point. So because of this point, that curve gamma is divided in two parts. So we will have here some gamma 1 and here we will have some gamma 2. So you can easily see the image of closed interval AC under alpha 1 will be this gamma 1 and image of closed interval CB under alpha 2, that is gamma 2. So this is a given information, and after that what we have to prove? We have to prove that integration of f over complete gamma is equal to integration of f over this gamma 1 plus integration of f over this gamma 2. This thing we have to prove. Actually proof is very simple. Okay, we can easily prove it simply by definition of line integral over a scalar field. We can prove it. So we'll start with left hand side. So let me write here, consider integration of f over gamma. Simply I will follow the definition. So integration, we have a closed interval AB, so AB f of alpha of t, right, norm alpha dash of t dt. So we have an integration on closed interval AB and they have introduced a point C between A and B. So the same integral we can write as integration A to C plus integration C to B. Okay, so this thing we can do. So let me write here integration A to C plus I will write here plus integration C to B. So same thing we have to write f of alpha of t, norm alpha dash of t dt. But see, now we have considered a closed interval AC only. That means we restrict our alpha on closed interval AC. So that thing I should mention somewhere here. So alpha is restricted on closed interval AC, and here also alpha is restricted on closed interval AC. So after that we have CB. So the same function we should write f of alpha of t, norm alpha dash of t dt. So same thing will happen here. Actually we are defining that alpha on closed interval CB here, since the limits are CB. So alpha is restricted on this closed interval CB here and here also. So that thing I should mention, alpha is restricted on CB, and here also I should mention alpha is restricted on CB. Okay, so this is equal to integration A to C. See, but what they mentioned in a statement? They have clearly mentioned when you restrict alpha on closed interval AC, they are calling it as alpha 1. So let us replace this symbol by alpha 1. So therefore f of alpha 1 of t, right, norm alpha 1 dash of t dt. So simply I replace this symbol by alpha 1 plus integration C to B. What will happen here? Here alpha is restricted on closed interval CB and they are calling it as alpha 2, alpha 2. So we will replace this symbol by alpha 2. So f of alpha 2 of t, right, norm alpha 2 dash of t dt. So this is equal to, this is integration of f, no doubt, alpha 1. Okay, alpha 1 is a parameterization of curve gamma 1. So that's why this is a line integral of f over gamma 1. And what will happen here? This for second integral, it is a integration of f definitely, but the interval is CB. That means this is, and you can easily see the parameterization curve is alpha 2. Okay, alpha 2. So alpha 2 is a parameterization of gamma 2. So that's why this is a line integral of f over gamma 2. So we started with line integral of f over gamma and we proved that this is equal to integration of f over gamma 1 plus integration of f over gamma 2. So in this way we proved this thing. Okay, so make a screenshot of it, then we will stop. Thank you. Bye bye.